There is a common and dangerously persistent belief that if something is labeled natural or derived from plants, it must be harmless. This assumption is often reinforced by marketing, social media influencers, and even some health professionals who promote herbal supplements as safer alternatives to pharmaceuticals. But this is a myth, and one that can lead to serious health consequences. Nature produces some of the most toxic substances known to man, and just because a compound is derived from a plant doesn't make it safe for routine or unsupervised use. Many popular supplements, including turmeric, green tea extract, red yeast rice, and others, carry hidden risks that the average consumer may not be aware of. These risks range from mild side effects to severe liver toxicity, dangerous interactions with prescription medications, and even long-term organ damage. Turmeric, often celebrated for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, is widely consumed in capsule form and added to health drinks. While turmeric as a spice in food is generally considered safe, the highly concentrated curcumin extracts used in supplements can behave very differently in the body. At high doses, curcumin has been linked to gastrointestinal distress such as nausea and diarrhea, and more concerningly, to liver injury. Several case reports have linked turmeric supplements to drug-induced liver injury, especially in individuals who are also taking medications that burden the liver. The dose and bioavailability enhancing additives, like piperine from black pepper, may exacerbate this risk by increasing curcumin absorption to levels far beyond what the body has evolved to process safely. Green tea extract is another compound often found in weight loss supplements and antioxidant blends. While green tea itself, when consumed as a beverage, is usually safe, the concentrated catechins in extract form, especially epigallocatechin gallate, EGCG, can be hepatotoxic. The liver metabolizes EGCG, and when taken in large doses, it can cause oxidative stress and inflammation in hepatic tissue. There are documented cases of acute liver failure requiring transplantation in individuals who consumed green tea extract supplements over a prolonged period. The danger is magnified by the fact that liver damage may be silent until it becomes severe, and consumers often have no idea they're harming themselves until symptoms like jaundice, fatigue, or abdominal pain appear. Red yeast rice, commonly marketed for its cholesterol-lowering properties, contains monocolin K, a compound chemically identical to the statin drug levastatin. Many people turn to red yeast rice believing it to be a gentler, more natural alternative to prescription statins, but this assumption can be misleading and dangerous. Because the active compound is essentially the same, red yeast rice carries the same potential for muscle damage, myopathy, liver enzyme elevation, and drug interactions. In fact, due to its pharmaceutical-grade activity, the FDA has warned that red yeast rice products containing significant amounts of monocolin K should be considered unapproved drugs. Compounding the problem is inconsistency in formulation. Some products contain almost no active ingredient, while others contain high, prescription-level doses without any medical oversight. Contaminants such as citrinin, a toxic byproduct of fermentation, have also been found in some formulations, posing additional kidney toxicity risks. These are just a few of the more popular supplements with well-documented risks. Others include kava, used for anxiety and relaxation, which has been linked to liver failure, Yohimbe, marketed for energy and sexual performance, which can cause dangerous spikes in blood pressure and heart rate, and bitter orange, found in some weight loss products, which has been associated with heart arrhythmias and strokes. The underlying issue is that the supplement industry is poorly regulated in many countries, particularly the United States. Unlike pharmaceutical drugs, dietary supplements do not require pre-market approval for safety or efficacy. Manufacturers are not required to prove that their products are safe, contain what they claim, or even that their stated dosage is accurate. This leads to a landscape where products can vary wildly in composition, contain undisclosed ingredients, or interact in harmful ways with medications the user may be taking. Moreover, many people assume that because these substances are sold over the counter, they don't require professional guidance. But taking herbal supplements while on blood thinners, antidepressants, statins, immunosuppressants, or chemotherapy can be extremely dangerous. St. John's wort, for example, can reduce the efficacy of birth control pills, transplant medications, and even HIV treatments. Garlic supplements, while often promoted for cardiovascular health, can potentiate the effects of anticoagulants, increasing bleeding risk. Ginkgo biloba, similarly, can interfere with platelet function. These interactions are often poorly understood or not disclosed clearly on product labels. Another significant concern is the long-term use of these supplements. People often begin a natural supplement with good intentions to improve energy, control inflammation, or support memory, but end up taking it indefinitely without any monitoring. This chronic use, even at moderate doses, can result in cumulative toxicity. The liver and kidneys, which are responsible for detoxifying and eliminating substances from the body, can be overwhelmed over time, especially in older adults, people with existing health conditions, or those taking multiple medications. Without routine lab tests, this damage may go unnoticed for years. In the absence of robust regulation, the burden of responsibility falls on the consumer. But few individuals are equipped to evaluate these risks independently. Labels often include vague or exaggerated health claims, references to traditional use without scientific backing, and misleading phrases like clinically proven or doctor recommended. The term natural becomes a marketing tool that implies safety where none is guaranteed. Even when clinical studies are cited, they often involve much lower doses than are found in commercial supplements or use formulations that are not directly comparable. The rise of stacking, combining multiple supplements for synergistic benefits, adds another layer of complexity and danger. People often mix turmeric, ashwagandha, green tea extract, resveratrol, omega-3s, and various nootropics, assuming that more is better. But these combinations have rarely, if ever, been studied for long-term safety, and unpredictable interactions are not just possible, but likely. When the body is confronted with multiple biologically active compounds, each influencing hormone levels, liver enzymes, and cellular signaling pathways, the outcomes are impossible to predict, particularly without medical supervision or diagnostic follow-up. To protect yourself, avoid assuming that natural equals harmless. Use supplements sparingly and only when needed, ideally with input from a knowledgeable healthcare provider. Pay attention to dosage, product quality, and potential interactions. Do not rely on influencer testimonials or wellness blogs as your primary source of information. Look for third-party testing from organizations like USP or NSF to verify purity and content. Most importantly, if you're taking prescription medications or have chronic health conditions, discuss any supplement use with your doctor or pharmacist before beginning. Ultimately, the safest and most effective route to health and longevity is still grounded in well-supported principles: a balanced diet, physical activity, stress reduction, adequate sleep, and evidence-based medical care. Supplements can play a role in health optimization, but only when used with care, skepticism, and full awareness that natural is not a guarantee, and sometimes it's a risk in disguise.